The three young men were standing around an old woman, laughing at her, making fun of her. One of them was holding her purse. She kept reaching for it. He lifted it higher, teasing her like kids do on a playground. "Give it back," the woman said. Her voice was weak and scared. "Please, I need my medicine." "Medicine?" One of the guys laughed. "Come on, old lady, there's money in here. We need that more than you need pills." It was a street corner in Los Angeles. Afternoon, October 2009. A busy area. Lots of people walking past. Most of them looked away. Not their problem, not their business. But one man was watching. He was standing about 20 feet away. Black hoodie, sunglasses, a tattoo on his face. Nobody knew who he was. It was Mike Tyson, 43 years old. He had retired from boxing 4 years earlier. He was just walking through L.A., getting some fresh air, minding his own business, until he saw this. 3 young men bothering an old woman, all of them in their early 20s, thinking they were tough, thinking no one would stop them. They were about to learn something different. Mike started walking toward them, slow, calm, not in a hurry, just walking straight at them. In less than a minute, all 3 of those men would be on the ground. The woman would have her purse back, and the whole street would go quiet. Because Mike Tyson doesn't ignore things like this. It was October 2009. Mike had been retired since 2005. His boxing days were over. The crazy years were behind him. Prison, trouble, headlines, drama. That part of his life was done. Now he was trying to do better, trying to fix himself. Trying to figure out who he was without fighting. He was living in L.A., doing some acting, making appearances, going to therapy, trying to deal with his past. The tattoo on his face? He got it in 2003. The tribal design on the left side, some people thought it looked cool. Some people thought it was strange. Mike didn't care. That day, he was just walking. He liked doing that sometimes. Put on a hoodie, put on sunglasses, try to stay unnoticed, just walk through the city, clear his head, watch people. He was on Sunset Boulevard. Lots of people, shops, restaurants, street performers, just a normal L.A. afternoon. Then he heard it, a woman's voice, older, upset. "Please, that's mine, give it back." Mike stopped and looked. He saw 3 young men around an elderly woman. She looked about 70. Gray hair, a sweater, a cane in her hand. One of the guys had her purse. They were tossing it to each other and laughing. People were walking past them. Nobody stopped. Nobody helped. Everyone just kept walking. Mike felt something rise up inside him. Anger. But not the old kind of anger he used to have. This felt different, protective. He thought of his own mother. She died in 1982 when he was 16, but he still remembered her. How small she was, how easy it was for the world to hurt someone like her. And he wasn't going to let these kids treat this woman that way. Mike started walking toward them. He took off his sunglasses, folded them, put them in his pocket. The men still didn't notice him. They were too busy laughing, too busy enjoying themselves, too busy thinking nobody could touch them. The one in charge was named Marcus, 23 years old, a small-time hustler. He thought he was tough because he had 2 friends with him and he was stealing from an old woman. The other 2 were Trevor and Jason, both 22. They followed Marcus everywhere, did whatever he said. Not very smart, not very tough, just guys with nothing better to do. "What you got in here, Grandma?" Marcus said, digging through the purse. "Let's see. Wallet, phone, some pills. Oh, here we go." He pulled out some cash, maybe $40. "This'll do." "That's for my groceries," the woman said. Tears were in her eyes now. "Please, I need that money." "You should be more careful," Jason said. "Don't leave your purse where people can grab it." "You took it from my hand," she said. "Did we?" Trevor laughed. "I don't remember that." Mike was about 10 feet away now, close enough to hear everything, close enough to step in. "Give her purse back," Mike said. His voice was calm, low, strong. All 3 men turned around. They saw a man in a hoodie. No sunglasses now. They saw his face. They saw the tattoo. They didn't recognize him. They just saw someone trying to be a hero. "Walk away, old man," Marcus said. "This doesn't involve you." "I'm making it involve me." "Oh yeah?" Marcus said. "You and what army?" Mike gave a small smile, not a friendly one. "Don't need an army." Marcus looked him over. He saw a man who was older than them, shorter, thicker around the middle, retired, past his prime. Marcus thought he could take him. Marcus was wrong. "I said walk away," Marcus said again, stepping toward Mike, trying to intimidate. Mike didn't move, just stood there, relaxed, hands at his sides. The elderly woman saw Mike now, really saw him. Her eyes went wide, and she recognized him. "Mike Tyson," she whispered. Trevor heard her. "What?" "That's Mike Tyson." Trevor looked closer, at the tattoo, at the face. Recognition hit. "Oh shit," Trevor said. "Marcus, that's—" "I know who he is," Marcus lied. He'd just figured it out too. But he wasn't backing down now. Not in front of his boys. Not in front of this old lady. His ego wouldn't let him. "You're Mike Tyson?" Marcus said, trying to sound unimpressed. "So what? You're old. You're retired. You ain't shit anymore." Mike's smile got bigger, still not friendly. "You're right. I'm old. I'm retired. But I'm still Mike Tyson, and you're still holding that woman's purse, so give it back." "Make me." Those 2 words. That was the line. That was the point of no return. Mike didn't say anything else, just moved, fast, faster than any of them expected. Faster than a 43-year-old retired boxer should move. He was in Marcus's face in a second. His left hand shot out and grabbed Marcus's wrist, the wrist holding the purse. Marcus tried to pull away. He couldn't. Mike's grip was iron. Marcus yanked harder. His arm didn't move. "Let go," Marcus said. Mike twisted. A basic joint lock. Marcus's whole body had to follow or his wrist would break. He dropped the purse. It fell to the ground. Mike let go and stepped back. Marcus was furious now, embarrassed. He'd been handled in front of everyone. He couldn't let that stand. "Get him!" Marcus shouted to Trevor and Jason. They hesitated. They knew who Mike Tyson was, knew what he'd done. But Marcus was their friend. They had to back him up. Trevor came first, threw a punch. Wild, no technique, just anger and fear. Mike slipped it. Barely moved his head. Trevor's fist went past his ear. Mike's counter was instant, a short right hand to Trevor's ribs, compact, efficient, decades of training compressed into one punch. Trevor's mouth opened. No sound came out, just air leaving his lungs. He doubled over and grabbed his side, couldn't breathe. Jason saw this and froze. He didn't want any part of it, but Marcus was still going. He charged at Mike, trying to tackle him, use his size, get Mike on the ground. Mike sidestepped, easy, like dodging a drunk person stumbling at him. Marcus went past him, hit nothing but air, off balance, stumbling. Mike's right hand was already moving, a short hook that caught Marcus on the temple. Not full power, maybe 60%. But 60% of Mike Tyson was more than enough. Marcus's legs gave out. He dropped. Dora's knees hit the sidewalk first, then his hands. He was on all fours, conscious but dazed, head spinning. Jason was backing away, hands up. I'm out. I don't want problems." Mike looked at him. "Pick up your friends and leave." Jason nodded quickly, scared. He helped Trevor stand. Trevor was still holding his ribs, could barely walk. They grabbed Marcus and pulled him to his feet. He was wobbly, confused. "What happened?" Marcus asked. "We're leaving," Jason said. "Now." They stumbled away down the street, not running, just moving fast, getting distance. Away from Mike Tyson. The street was completely silent. Everyone who had been walking by had stopped. They'd seen the whole thing, saw Mike Tyson drop 2 men in about 5 seconds. Mike picked up the purse and walked to the elderly woman. He handed it to her. "You okay?" "Ma'am?" She took the purse, her hands shaking. "Yes, thank you so much." "You hurt? They touch you?" "No, just scared me. Took my purse right out of my hand." Mike looked at her, really looked. She wasn't just scared. She was shaken. Probably hadn't been treated like that in her life. "What's your name?" Mike asked gently. "Dorothy. Dorothy Williams." "Dorothy, I'm Mike. I know who you are. I used to watch you fight. My husband loved boxing. He passed 5 years ago. He would have been so excited to meet you." Mike's heart broke a little. "I'm sorry for your loss. Thank you. And thank you for helping me. Most people just walked by. Pretended they didn't see." Mike looked around at all the people standing there now, watching, some with phones out, recording. "That's the world we live in," Mike said. "People scared to get involved, scared to help. Can't blame them entirely, but it's wrong. You weren't scared. I've been scared of a lot of things in my life, but guys like that? Nah, they're just bullies. Bullies always back down when someone stands up to them." Dorothy smiled. "You're a good man, Mike Tyson." "I'm trying to be. Some days are better than others. Can I ask you something?" "Sure." "Why'd you help me? You don't know me. You could have just kept walking like everyone else." Mike thought about that. "My mom, she died when I was young, but I remember her. Remember how hard life was for her, how people treated her, like she didn't matter. I see you, I see her, and I can't just walk by." Dorothy's eyes watered. "Your mother raised a good son." "My mother raised a troubled son who's trying to be good. There's a difference." They talked for a few more minutes. Mike made sure she was really okay, asked if she needed help getting anywhere. She said no, said she lived close, just wanted to walk to the pharmacy to get her medicine. "I'll walk with you," Mike said. "Make sure you get there safe." "You don't have to do that." "I know, but I'm gonna." They walked together slowly, at Dorothy's pace. She used her cane. Mike walked next to her, patient. People recognized Mike as they walked. They pointed, whispered, some asked for photos. Mike was polite but said not right now. He was with someone. They understood and backed off. They reached the pharmacy. Mike waited while she got her prescription. When she came out, he walked her home, another 3 blocks. Her apartment building was old, needed maintenance, but it was clean, safe enough. "This is me," Dorothy said. "You gonna be okay?" "Yes, thanks to you." "You got anyone? Family? Friends nearby?" "My daughter lives in San Diego. We talk on the phone. She visits once a month, but mostly it's just me." Mike reached into his pocket and pulled out his wallet. He took out some cash, a few $100s. "Here," he said, handing it to her. "I can't take that. You can, and you will. Those guys took your grocery money. This replaces it, and then some. But please, let me do this. It's important to me." Dorothy took the money, tears running down her face now. "You're an angel." Mike laughed softly. "Nobody's ever called me that before. But thank you." They said goodbye. Mike watched her go inside, made sure she was safe, then started walking back. The videos were already online. Multiple people had filmed the confrontation from different angles. You could see everything. Mike Tyson stopping 3 men from harassing an elderly woman, grabbing one's wrist, dropping another with a body shot, knocking the third to his knees with a hook to the temple, all in about 10 seconds. The videos went viral, millions of views in hours. Everyone was talking about it. The comments were overwhelmingly positive. "Mike Tyson is a legend. This is what a real man does. Those guys learned quick. He barely tried and destroyed them. Mike Tyson will always be Iron Mike." News outlets picked it up. TMZ, ESPN, CNN. Everyone was covering it. Mike Tyson stops street harassment. Viral video shows legend protecting elderly woman. Iron Mike still has it. Confronts 3 men harassing woman in L.A. Tyson proves he's still the baddest man on the planet. Defends elderly woman from attackers. Mike didn't do interviews about it, didn't want the attention, just posted on his social media. Saw someone who needed help, did what anyone should do, that's all. Stay kind, everyone. Simple, humble. Classic Mike Tyson in his new phase of life. But the story didn't end there. Because Marcus, Trevor, and Jason, they weren't done. 2 days later, Mike was at a gym in L.A. A private gym, training, not for a fight, just for fitness, staying in shape, keeping his mind right. He was hitting the heavy bag when someone approached. The gym owner, a man named Rick. "Mike, you got visitors," Rick said, looking worried. "Who?" "3 guys. Say they need to talk to you about what happened the other day." Mike stopped hitting the bag. "The guys from the street?" "I think so. They're out front. Should I call the cops?" "Nah, let them in. I'll talk to them." "You sure?" "Yeah, I'm sure." Rick brought them in, Marcus, Trevor, and Jason. They looked different now. Not cocky, not aggressive, just embarrassed. Trevor was holding his ribs, still sore from Mike's body shot. Marcus's face was bruised. He was walking carefully. Everything hurt. They stopped about 10 feet from Mike, scared to get closer. "We came to apologize," Marcus said quietly. Mike took off his gloves. "I'm listening. What we did was wrong. Harassing that old lady, taking her purse, and then trying to fight you. We were stupid. We're sorry." Mike studied them, trying to figure out if they were sincere or just scared. "Why'd you do it?" Mike asked. "Do what?" "Target her, old woman, walking alone. Why'd you think that was okay?" Marcus looked down. "We've been doing that for a while. Easy money. Old people don't fight back. Don't chase you. We thought it was safe." "Safe for you, terrifying for them." "I know, I get that now." "What changed?" "You," Trevor said. "You showed us what real strength looks like. We thought we were tough because we were picking on weak people. You showed us we weren't tough at all. We were cowards." Mike nodded. "At least you learned something." "We saw the videos," Jason said. "Everyone's calling us out. Our faces are all over the internet. People know who we are. We can't go anywhere without getting recognized, getting yelled at. We lost our jobs. Our families are ashamed. Everything's ruined." "Good," Mike said. "Not mean, just honest. You ruined that woman's day, made her feel unsafe. She's going to remember that fear for the rest of her life. You deserve consequences." "We know," Marcus said. "That's why we're here. We want to make it right." "How?" "We found out where she lives, wanted to apologize to her in person, but we're scared. Thought maybe you could come with us, make sure she's safe, make sure we don't scare her again." Mike thought about it. This could be genuine, or it could be a setup, but something in their faces looked real, looked remorseful. "All right," Mike said, "I'll come. But if you try anything stupid, anything at all, I won't hold back this time. Understand?" All 3 nodded quickly. They drove to Dorothy's apartment building. Mike was in his car following them, making sure they didn't run. They got there and walked up to her floor. They knocked on her door. Dorothy opened it. She saw Marcus, Trevor, and Jason. Her face went white. She stepped back. Then she saw Mike behind them. Her face relaxed. "It's okay, Dorothy," Mike said. "They came to apologize. I'm here to make sure you're safe." She looked at the three men. They were standing there, awkward, ashamed. "Mrs. Williams," Marcus said, "we're sorry. Really sorry. What we did was wrong. We scared you, stole from you, made you feel unsafe. We can't undo that. But we want you to know we're not going to do it again. To you or anyone else." Dorothy looked at Mike. He nodded, telling her it was safe. "Why should I believe you?" Dorothy asked. "Because Mike Tyson beat some sense into us," Trevor said. "I'm trying to lighten the mood. It didn't work." "Because we saw what we really are," Jason said. "Cowards, bullies, and we don't want to be that anymore." Dorothy was quiet for a moment. Then she spoke. "My husband used to say people can change. If they really want to. If they're willing to do the work. I don't know if you boys are willing, but I hope you are. I hope you become better men than you were that day." "We will," Marcus said. "I promise." They stood there for another moment, awkward. Then Mike spoke. "You guys got something else for Mrs. Williams?" They looked confused. Then Marcus got it. He reached into his pocket and pulled out some cash, the money they'd taken from her, plus more. "This is yours," Marcus said, handing it to Dorothy. "What we took, and extra, for the trouble." Dorothy took it. "Thank you." They left and walked back to their cars. Mike stayed behind for a moment. "You think they meant it?" Dorothy asked. "I don't know," Mike said, "but they're scared enough to try. Fear's a good motivator. If they're smart, they'll turn that fear into change. And if they're not, then they'll mess up again, and someone else will teach them the same lesson I did. Hopefully they learn before it's too late." Months passed. The video was still online, still getting shared. Mike became a meme. Mike Tyson protecting grandma. Don't mess with elderly people when Mike Tyson's around. That kind of thing. Mike didn't mind. It was positive attention, showed him doing good. That was rare for him. He heard through the grapevine that Marcus, Trevor, and Jason had cleaned up their acts, got jobs, stopped hustling, stopped harassing people. He didn't know if it was true, didn't really care. He'd done what he needed to do. The rest was on them. Dorothy became a minor celebrity. She did a few interviews, told the story about Mike saving her, about how scared she was, how grateful she was. "Mike Tyson gave me my faith in humanity back," Dorothy said in one interview. "Showed me there's still good people out there, people who will stand up, who will help, even when it's not easy, even when it's dangerous." Mike saw the interview and called her. They talked on the phone, became friends. He checked on her every few weeks, made sure she was okay. Sometimes sent her money, not because she asked, just because he could. "You don't have to do this," Dorothy told him during one call. "I know," Mike said, "but you remind me of my mom, and I couldn't help her. She died when I was young, but I can help you. So I will. Your mother would be proud of you." "I hope so. I've done a lot of things I'm not proud of, but this, helping you, that's something good, something pure. I need that." They stayed in touch for years. Dorothy lived to be 78 and passed away peacefully in her sleep in 2013. Mike went to her funeral. He sat in the back, didn't want attention, just wanted to pay respects. Dorothy's daughter found him after and thanked him for everything he'd done, for being there for her mom. "She talked about you all the time," the daughter said, "how you saved her that day, how you became her friend. You made the last years of her life better, happier. Thank you." Mike didn't know what to say, just nodded, hugged her, and left. He thinks about Dorothy often, about that day on Sunset Boulevard, about those three punks, about how one moment can change everything. Years later, in 2020, Mike was doing his podcast Hotboxing with Mike Tyson. A guest asked him about the incident. "That video of you and the elderly woman, that went crazy viral. What do you remember about that day?" Mike leaned back and thought. "I remember being angry, seeing those guys harass her, take her purse, and everyone just walking by. That made me angry. Not the old Mike Tyson angry where I lose control. Different angry, protective angry." "You didn't hesitate?" "Nah, soon as I saw it, I knew I had to do something. Couldn't just walk by. Couldn't be like everyone else pretending they didn't see. I saw, and I acted." "You held back, though. You could have really hurt those guys." "Yeah, I could have, but I didn't need to. They weren't real threats, just punks. Just bullies. You don't kill a mosquito with a sledgehammer. You swat it. That's what I did. Swatted them, taught them a lesson, sent them on their way." "You became friends with the woman." "Dorothy." "Yeah, Dorothy Williams. Beautiful soul. Reminded me of my mom. We stayed in touch till she passed. She was good people. deserved better than what those punks were doing to her. What would you say to people who see stuff like that happening? Who want to help but are scared? Mike thought for a long moment. I get the fear. Not everyone's a fighter. Not everyone can physically intervene. But you can do something. Call the cops. Record it. Make noise. Draw attention. Don't just walk by. That's what those guys counted on. People being too scared or too selfish to help. Break that cycle. Or be the person who gives a shit. The clip from that podcast went viral too. Got shared everywhere. People responding to it. Mike Tyson speaking truth. This is why Mike's a legend. We need more people like this. Marcus saw the clip. He was 34 now, had a job, had a family. He'd turned his life around. He commented on the video. I was one of those guys. Mike Tyson taught me the hardest lesson of my life. Made me realize I was garbage, made me want to be better. I am better now. Because of him. Thank you, Mike Tyson. The comment got thousands of likes. People asked him questions, wanted his story. Marcus did a video response and told the whole story from his perspective. How he was hustling, harassing old people, how he targeted Dorothy, how Mike intervened, how Mike dropped him with one punch. I was on my knees, Marcus said in the video. Couldn't see straight, didn't know where I was, and I looked up and saw Mike Tyson standing over me, not even breathing hard, and I realized I'd fucked with the wrong person, made the worst choice of my life. But here's the thing. Mike could have destroyed me, could have kept hitting, could have sent me to the hospital. He didn't. He stopped. Showed restraint. Let me go. That restraint taught me more than the punches did. Taught me that real strength isn't about hurting people. It's about knowing when not to. The video got millions of views. People love redemption stories, love seeing someone admit they were wrong and changed. Mike saw Marcus's video and called him. They talked for an hour, the first time they'd spoken since that day in 2009. I'm proud of you, Mike told him. You turned your life around. That's hard. Most people don't do it. I had good motivation, Marcus said. You scared the shit out of me. Mike laughed. Fear's a good teacher, but you did the work, not me. You chose to be better. Thank you for not killing me that day. Thank you for learning, for changing, for being an example that people can grow. They hung up, both feeling good about the conversation, about where life had taken them. So that's what happened in October 2009 on Sunset Boulevard in Los Angeles. Mike Tyson, 43 years old, retired, walking through L.A., saw 3 young men harassing an elderly woman named Dorothy Williams. He intervened, dropped 2 of them, sent all 3 running, gave Dorothy back her purse, walked her home, gave her money, became her friend. The moment was captured on video, went viral. Became a symbol. Mike Tyson protecting the vulnerable, standing up when others walked by. And it changed lives. Dorothy's, Marcus's, Trevor's, Jason's. Everyone who saw the video and realized they needed to be better, do better, help more. That's the power of one moment, one choice, one person deciding to act instead of ignore. Mike Tyson saw something wrong and fixed it, and the street went silent, silent with shock, silent with respect, silent with the understanding that they'd just witnessed something real. Not movie tough, not fake tough, real tough, the kind that protects, the kind that helps, the kind that makes the world a little bit better. That's Mike Tyson in 2009. Not the savage destroyer from the 80s, the man who learned, who grew, who understood that real power is knowing when to use it and when to show mercy. Dorothy got her purse back, got her money back, got a friend, got to spend her last years feeling safe, feeling valued, feeling like she mattered. Marcus, Trevor, and Jason got a wake-up call, got their asses handed to them, got a chance to be better, and they took it. And Mike? Mike got to be the man his mother would have been proud of, the man Cus D'Amato always knew he could be, a protector, a helper, a good man doing good things. That's the story. That's what happened. The day Mike Tyson saw young men harassing an elderly woman, and seconds later, the street went silent. Silent with fear, silent with respect, silent with the knowledge that they'd just seen Iron Mike, the real Iron Mike, the one who uses his power for good. That's the legend. That's the truth. That's Mike Tyson. And that's why, even retired, even older, he's still the baddest man on the planet. Because bad doesn't just mean dangerous, it means someone you don't mess with, someone who stands up, someone who protects. Mike Tyson, legend, champion, protector of grandmas. That's the story. That's what the video shows. And that's why it'll never be forgotten.